All right, guys. Y'all know from time to time I try to put a deeper message out. And all of y'all know in my imperfectness, I'm first and foremost a Christian, but I fall short every day. Every day. Almost every minute. Minute by minute. I fall short in thought or action or in some way. But today I want to talk to you. We got Father's Day coming up next week, and I want to show you a little something. I want to have a little real talk with people, especially church-going Christians. And I encourage people to go to church. We're in South America. We are not in a church at the moment. But when I encourage anyone to go to church, there's always a disclaimer with it. Go to a decent church. Don't listen to this mess. Just get yourself in a church. Church has become an entertainment center and a social gathering place. Fellowship has turned into just socialization. And fellowship was originally meant in fellowship in worship to the Lord. And with all these scandals, all this stuff going on, I hope this gets to as many mothers as it does fathers. This is not a bash mother thing. Mothers are very important. But the truth of the matter of the fact is, mothers are glorified too much. On Mother's Day, a typical pastor in a typical church will be jokingly belittling fathers by talking about all the things mothers have to put up with. And it always turns into a joke fest on fathers. And that's not a real church. That's not real Christianity. That's not biblical. On Father's Day, there's generally probably about 5 to 10% of the thought that went into Mother's Day. And again, Father's Day will entail in church the belittling and jestful nature, poking fun at dads the world over. Well, how do you know? Because I've been through 6 decades of it and listening to it, and it's the spirit of Jezebel, and it's wrong. The most important relationship ever recorded in human history is between that of the Father and of the Son. That's the most important relationship ever recorded anywhere in human history. It's the most publicized relationship in history. It's not much so publicized no more, but going back a little over 60 or 70 years, it was all that was talked about and glorified. It's cheapened and belittled in Christianity today and in the world today. And that shows us that churches are getting so much worldly. I want to show you something here. This is my Bible. Joe uses it right regular. This is just not a very expensive Bible, but it's my Bible. And you see some words here in the front of it, in my Parkinson's chicken scratch writing there. If you freeze frame it, you can, if you pause here, you can see what it says. And I'll read it to you. It says, "To be left to my son, Joseph Allen, in whom I am well pleased." We're very fortunate up and around here. Very fortunate. You got a mom and dad that don't have to worry with their son. And you've got a dad here that realizes the importance, and a dad and a son that realizes the importance of the most precious love that's ever been put on this earth, which is between a daddy and his boy. And that gets lost here. That gets lost a whole lot. You turn on the TV, dad's the idiot in the family. You listen to a talk show and all mama's, all these problems, all this stuff. Mothers want to be the mama, the daddy, and everything else. And dads have been so bashed that they've just acquiesced and given away their leadership in the family. Not up in here. Not in here. That's not how we roll with it. We roll in here as imperfect as I am by this. This is how we roll in here. I would even stress to you that don't believe and you have in family things, which you always will have. I will always have. Get you one of these and go by it. Tell your wife, tell your husband, we need to start going by this book. And things will get better. I guarantee you it, even if you are a non-believer. Even if. I often refer to the story. Now, y'all know my memory's going bad. Was it Abraham that God said, sacrifice your child, right? Yeah, all right, so I had that right. For some reason, I was wanting to say Isaac. But God told Abraham, you take him up there and you put him on that rock and you kill him. And that was a test. See? And they don't talk about that much in the church house no more. And Abraham took him up there to do it. God hit Abraham where he knew that the natural love was between daddy and his boy. And Abraham passed the test and God stopped him. God not only stopped him, God said, all my glory is going to come from your seed. All of it. My son, the King of all kings, is going to come from your line. And he did. For God so loved the world, he gave his son. For you and for me and for my family and for everybody that chooses and chooses to repent. And repent means change. So yeah, there's some effort that has to take place there. You're being lied to about that. And with all this chaos and confusion in the church and all the money, I'd rather be meeting in a barn with horse manure on the ground and listening to a good message than be up in a nice, pretty place where you can't even take a drink into, water into. And if you're in a place like that, you need to get out of it. We need to get more back into meeting in barns, meeting in houses, meeting in backyards. I'm just as sorry as I can be, but I'm going to branch out a little here. But, the police, they say, we're servants, we're public servants. Really, they're not. They got good public jobs with great benefits, standing in control over others. And preachers have become that today. They're not serving. Just look online. Look at all these preachers being exposed. And the Bible said there would be an enlightenment period, that things would get so bad, but things would be uncovered. And I tell you, sunlight is the best disinfectant. It is. You don't know the preciousness of having a daddy, and you've got your daddy, but you don't realize how precious it is to lose him. I lost mine at a very young age. I got my daddy back in my son. Remarkable miracles. Remarkable miracles going on around here. There are miracles that are happening all the time, and we're totally unaware of it. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about daddies and their boys today. I hope this makes a lot of sense. Mothers' relationships with their sons, very important. Mothers' relationships with their daughters, very important. Fathers' relationships with their daughters, very important. But the most precious relationship is not between the father and the daughter. It's between a dad and his son. And it is all throughout this book and countless others. This is just the one true book right here. And I'm not discounting mothers, daughters, any other relationship, but I am telling you the most precious bond of love is between a dad and his boy. I hope everybody has a good week this week.